Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
Yes, we can. We can guarantee because they're the best.
I'm Jim.
Love them. And I'm not Nate.
No, he's still not Nate.
Still not. Oh, I
Welcome back, though.
totally should have put that in.
I'm still not Nate? Oh.
Yeah.
No, then
Maybe
we do the next show. We have to do still not Nate.
Yeah. And then it just keeps getting longer and longer and longer until it takes up the whole screen.
That's what she said. All right, so let's move into what we're here for. We're actually here for headlines, not for long names or still not Nate's. Still not Nate's. Yeah, wherever you had Nate.
It can be as big as you want. I get those emails all the time saying, if I just take those pills, it'll get as long as I want.
Really?
The name. The name.
Oh, the name, or the bill, right? The bill can go long.
Yeah.
Right, gotcha. Well, I wouldn't try them. They're probably knockoffs, and they're going to do the reverse. So, anyways, we are here for something else. We're totally here for headlines. That's what we're here for. We're not here for any of that stuff. But we're going to talk about some stuff that's in the news, the media, and we'll probably take it down some rabbit holes because that's what we do. And we're going to tell you from veterans' perspectives and why do they need to hear our perspective.
Because they are vastly superior than all other perspectives.
Yeah, I probably can't disagree with that. Even if they're opinions, they're still way more accurate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they smell better.
Right. So let's get into this. Secret Service forced to delete 9/11 post after including terrorists in death toll.
Whoa, what? I mean,
yeah, they put out a post saying an amount of people that died, and they counted the terrorists.
I mean,
not inaccurate, right? They're not inaccurate, right? A little insensitive, and we're not really soft on it, but maybe the families of the people are.
Well,
they didn't want to include them.
I think it, because it was what? It was 2,500 something people, right? I mean, it was a lot.
I don't even know the number. It was a lot.
But I mean, if it was like 2,512 versus 2,524, I mean, I guess it would depend on how you phrased it. The day, 2,512 Americans lost their lives. Obviously
think about that.
Terrorists, because none of them were, Enrique's,
Well, but think about what you said there, though. It depends how they phrase it. Who are these people graduating from these schools getting these jobs? Why did you even put a number? If you want to recognize the people in a number, just list all their names. Make the tweet, 3 pages long. You know what I mean? Why put a number? Why not just want to honor the families of 9/11 and, show our respect for all those who died, and whatever. Why wouldn't you just put that? Why would you even put a number if you know there's going to be backlash?
My guess is somebody just didn't do their research. I mean, it was probably just laziness.
And that's my point.
They found this number on Wikipedia somewhere, threw it on a post, thought it sounded great, and then somebody who actually knew what they were talking about comes back and, grammar Nazis them, and they go, oh, shit, and, have to backpedal.
So that's what I'm saying. Is this not the current workforce? Like, let's be honest here. We don't ever claim to do any research, facts, any of that stuff. That's not, if you're here for facts and stuff, sorry, we're not going to give you all that. But you can take our opinions as facts if you like, but we're not going to give you any real facts because I'm not doing the research. I'm, getting stuff out, and that's what we're talking about it. So probably why our show's not very popular, but it doesn't matter. It's really about veterans and getting a chance just to have a voice, whether they're right or wrong, whether they have the facts or not. But when you work for a professional agency, when you go to school and you fill out an application with this resume that's supposed to be amazing, and you get in this job, my cat, see my cat there? You get this job and you go and do
black cats, Jim.
Huh?
I didn't know you were into black cats. Isn't that bad luck?
No, that's just the shadow of the cat in front of it.
Oh.
We had two. One of them's gone, so bad luck for him. But so, yeah, I just think that when you're joining a professional agency, you got to do better. You just got to do better. Quality.
I don't know. I feel like that's being uber critical. I mean, the people that got butt hurt about it. I can understand why they got butt hurt, right? Like
Sure.
that makes sense to me. But I mean, this was probably not some professional person or whatever. Like they probably had their heart in the right place. Some
So,
intern,
so
thinking
some
that
intern is running the Secret Service's posts.
I mean, probably.
Okay, so then you got to do better Secret Service hiring better interns.
I mean, no, they got to do better at hiring better Secret Service agents.
Well, yeah, but that's
You
not
know, if
possible.
if
That's not
they if
possible.
they if they spit out the occasional shitty post because the intern is doing the posts and they're spending decent money on Secret Service
I
agents that
think.
actually jump in front of bullets instead of standing there like a deer in headlights. You know what? I'll take that. That's
Well,
that's an acceptable trade off as far as I'm concerned.
in their defense, those were not Secret Service people. The lady that ducked behind, she was actually the Homeland Security person that got a 2 hour block on Secret Service and went to do the detail. But I do agree with you. I think people would overlook their grammatical errors if they were more of a professional organization. But now everybody's got their eyes on them, nitpicking them. But you could still do better. I still think if somebody were to sit here and even well, I think Biden did it on purpose when they talked about his kids or his grandkids, and he left out one. Like, wouldn't that piss you off? That's not a hard thing to know. If you never knew the information, didn't have access to it, different. But you got the numbers right there, or you work along with somebody who does. So, anyways, let me transition to the next one because we're back in the White House. White House John Kirby attacks U.S. veterans while accidentally replying to all an email or to email.
Oh,
That's
I
bad, right?
love me a good old reply all fuck up in the email.
Oh
Okay. I
yes.
mean, all scenarios, that is primo shit. Okay. I don't know what he did, but I mean, I think anybody who has, you know, the internet warrior mentality to attack anybody on a keyboard needs to have the huevos to go out and face that same person,
Hmm.
like say it to my face, bitch.
Hey, and I'm like you. Like I don't like to be the one sending the reply all, but there's
Oh
also
yeah,
it's a default reply. I've done that plenty of times when I meant to reply all, just sent it back to the person who sent it. I've done that plenty of times, but I agree. I mean, I've seen plenty of reply alls that didn't go that way, even on little levels, stuff like that. Or you send the wrong picture to the wrong text thing because one text you're opened up and the other one's a pop up window and you don't realize which one you're typing in.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do that too, and that stuff is embarrassing. There's actually memes out there for that, or whatever you call them. So yeah, so right, kudos on you, Kirby, for your strong opinion. And I'm waiting to see your apology or whatever it is that you're going to put out, or your explanation on what you really meant. Good people on both sides. Just tell people to read half of the email and have the news,
Yeah.
go out and just read half the email, just the part where you said veterans and not attacking them. So yeah, and plus I don't even know what it is. I didn't read the article. I don't really care. In fact, I don't really care what any of these politicians say about veterans because they clearly send us to war without a dang care in the world. They don't think about it. They don't care about it. So they don't care about us either. We're just money for them. We're more cash cows.
Cannon fodder.
Yep, cannon fodder. So yeah, so let's move on from that because Kirby, I'm sure you'll be hearing from somebody. I don't know who, but anyways, petition being created to recall entire Springfield, Ohio city commission after Haitian migrant influx.
Well, I mean, that's where they're eating all the pets, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's one place. Yeah,
I mean, I've listen. I've never lived in Springfield, Ohio. I have lived in the great state of Ohio. What's up, y'all? Um, I've never
Ohio,
lived in
Ohio,
Springfield.
Buckeyes. I don't know.
Hey, look, my grandmother was a lifelong uh, Akron resident. Okay, so I got a lot of love for the state of Ohio. I personally never ate any pets while I was there. Um,
that's that's good.
but but I will say I don't see what the issue here is. Okay, if I'm getting hungry enough, there's not a whole lot of pets that are off the menu. You know,
Well, two ways I look at this. All right, I'm going to take both sides fairly here. Yeah, you're right. I don't think there's a problem eating what you eat when you're hungry. I mean, homeless people eat out of dumpsters, things like that. Like, I think our culture, it's frowned upon to eat the animals we use to enjoy. But I mean, if a deer comes through my backyard and doesn't come back next week, I'm sure somebody shot him and ate him. Like, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So so I understand the survival thing. But I have a real hard time. Again, we just talked about this with the Kirby dude. These people making these decisions, I promise you, are not dealing with these migrants. Could you imagine? I think there was 20,000 of them,
I
something like
mean,
that.
okay, so that's my question. Okay, so how do we get to a spot where there is such a massive influx of Haitian migrants into this wherever the hell Springfield, Ohio
Well,
is?
well,
Like, I mean, I
let
can't
me ask you a
imagine this is
question,
a
dude.
major town, okay?
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
like I said, I lived in that state for a number of years. I'm not familiar with it. That's not to say that it's insignificant or anything, but I mean, it's not, you know, it's not Cincinnati, it's not Cleveland, it's not Columbus, it's not Toledo. You know, it's not like a major like metro or whatever. So I mean, obviously at best it's a mid-sized town. Why do they have such a massive influx of Haitians all at one time that these folks have resorted to eating dogs and cats?
Well, for one, because the
What
administration it's in right
created that
now.
that scenario?
Well, the administration right now wants these immigrants to come through. The border. That's why the border's open. That's why they want these people to come in. And what is Ohio? Is Iowa a blue state or is it a red state? Is Texas
It's
a blue state or a red state?
it's reddish purple.
But it's more right. So the
Ohio,
only way to get it more purple is to put more blue in it.
yeah.
It's a simple color wheel for you, brother. So there's no other explanation. No other explanation. Now the catch is it's probably the city's probably run by Democrats, so they're not going to force them out anywhere. Whereas like the governor, I don't know if the governor may be a Democrat or Republican. I don't know Ohio's governor, but like in Texas, the Republican governor is like, nope, we're shipping them out. I don't care where they're coming from. They're getting out. So he's protecting the state. But it's weird. It's weird how people vote
Ohio
sometimes.
governor is Mike DeWine. He's a Republican.
So then he should be in there getting these people out that the Democrats are putting in. But then if he's got a problem with sanctuary cities and things like that, it may be an issue. There may be a battle there. But that's at the end of the day, that's what it is, dude, because there's no justification. And I guarantee you, those people don't live where these migrants are. The people that made those decisions. They don't got migrants coming up on them. They force them on the poor people. And then the poor people have to deal with all that. And then there's a bigger chunk of poor people. Yeah. It's ridiculous, dude. It's just the way the
Maybe what
government
they're
spends other
doing is
people's
they're
money.
trying to build up the American poor people by giving them poorer people to compare themselves to so that
Oh,
maybe they don't feel so bad about their own poverty when they look over at the Haitians and they're like, God dang, Bo, shit, at least we're not eating dogs and cats. I don't feel so bad about our trailer park now. Shit, you know?
yeah, maybe
Maybe
that's it.
that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, maybe that's it. Or they'll look over and say, "Wait a minute, these guys are staying in nice hotels, getting money, getting all this stuff, and they're still out eating our animals. What the heck's going on?" I don't know, man. I think it all stinks. I think this illegal immigration, this massive rush in the border is gonna kill us all eventually. I don't care how you look at it. And I'm all for immigration, otherwise we wouldn't have a country. But this stuff's got to stop, and these people got to go, especially the bad ones. So, anyways, all right, let's go to the last one because we'll keep it a little shorter. Citations released to Tyreek Hill case. Police wrote tickets for visual estimation of speeding, seatbelt violation.
Um,
Did you
like
watch any of this
Tyreek
either?
Hill, like the wide receiver?
Mm-hmm. You didn't see this either? God, you're just like Nate, dude. Let me just run the show myself here. So he was on his way to the football game and he got pulled over, and there's body cam footage. So
Okay.
apparently he was weaving, apparently speeding as well. They got him for a seatbelt. But he was in his little fancy car and they pulled him over. They contacted him and there was a little resistance. And then he rolled his tinted window back up and things got real crazy from there. And then he ended up getting arrested and put on the ground and whatever. He didn't get shot. Um, But so then it became a big deal. He made it to the football game, and it became a big deal in the media that he got pulled over and arrested. And just the
Well, how
interviews
did
and
you make it to the football game if you got arrested?
well, they let him. They released him at the stadium. I guess he had football player privilege or athlete privilege
Okay.
because I don't
No,
know
no, it's wealth privilege.
what yeah,
Don't get it twisted. Yeah.
whatever it is,
Just
the
trying to
wealth,
tell everybody the
the
issue's not race
celebrity.
related, it's not minority related, it's income related.
You sure it could be celebrity, right? Because there's poor celebrities might still get treated good. But either way, this is the problem. This is what I'm talking about. So he went up there and said all this stuff. Number one, he was resisting. He was giving him a hard time. So, but I blame both sides here. I still think there's a problem. You don't drive like an idiot and then get mad at the cops when they pull you over and then you don't want to, comply. It could have been done and gone. I mean, especially Tyreek Hill. They could have asked for an autograph just for their autograph. But no, he wanted to be cocky and arrogant and I'm a superstar. You don't do this stuff to me. But then the cops too, just looking at this visual estimation, that's garbage. They probably
No,
pulled him over
no,
for
it's not. No, it's not. I mean, you can look at somebody in a 35, and if they're flying, you can go, "Oh yeah, that guy was going way over 35." Visual estimation is how every speeding ticket was ever given prior to the invention of the radar gun. Like that's not crap. That's
No, it's
legit.
not. No, it's not. But let me explain to you because in the Army, when I was an MP, I actually taught radar
Oh yeah,
class.
because that's real. Please.
We still used real radars. We still wrote real tickets. Yes, we did. But the point I'm getting at is visual estimation is a part of the process, especially nowadays. You got radars. So you're supposed to visually estimate that someone is speeding. So, yes, that is accurate and it's part of the process, but you're supposed to confirm that with a calibrated device. So, yes, you can pull someone over for visual estimation, but we used to call that careless driving for conditions. So, the fact that they said visual estimation of speeding leads me to believe that they didn't clock this dude. They just,
I mean,
and I would have said careless, reckless,
I
careless,
think you're
whatever.
just you're arguing semantics, right? I mean, you think a
No,
different
not really, because I've never seen
jurisdiction doesn't
visual.
have a variation on vernacular that you're not
No,
accustomed to.
no, because this will get eaten up in court. The first thing the judge will say is, okay, well, how fast was he going? Oh, I visually estimate. Okay, well, how calibrated are your eyes? How often do you calibrate your estimation?
It doesn't matter. The guy's got enough money; it's not going to court anyway.
You're missing the point. You're arguing the wrong point. The point is the fact that the cop wrote this or claimed this means he was just pissed off that this guy was probably driving a little careless, which he could have at least I say he could have justified careless before visual estimation of speeding. Because if you swerving in and around cars or passing people in the slow lane, that's careless.
Okay, so was that the only ticket that they wrote him,
And
or was
seatbelt
that just
violation.
one of them listed?
Well, that's too. It says police wrote tickets for visual estimation of speeding seatbelt violation. So that's what I'm saying is the stop to me, it's not a concrete stop to me. I'm not saying the cops are bad. I'm not saying they're disingenuous.
I mean, if they saw him without a seatbelt on, then that's all it takes for
That
them to
depends
stop.
what state you're in. Depends what state you're in. I don't think it's
What
national.
state is it? Is there a state left where it's legal to drive without a seatbelt?
No, no, no. Secondary offenses. Sometimes you can't. Well, hold on. Let me back up a second. He had tinted windows.
Oh well, yeah,
It's hard to see people's
plays for
seatbelts.
Miami now, right?
Huh?
He plays for Miami now, right?
I don't know. Yeah,
I heard
Dolphins,
so.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, of
So tinted
course
windows.
he's got tinted windows. It's Miami.
Right, but my point is it's hard to see seatbelts in tinted windows.
How calibrated are your eyes, Jim?
I can't see him. That's my point. I don't have calibrated eyes. I can't see through that tint to see if he's wearing a seatbelt. So chances are the cops didn't either. So seatbelt was probably after they pulled him over, which is another honky one because I said honky. Honky's a racial slur of white people, right? It's another bad ticket because what happens when you get pulled over? What is the first thing you do? Normally, you pull your seatbelt off and get your wallet out because you can't reach your wallet because your seatbelt's got you hung down.
Nope, nope, not me.
Well,
My
because you've been
hands
pulled over
stay
before.
on the wheel until they come up and start talking to me. I don't touch or do shit. I've seen too many of those videos where people end up getting fucked up. No, I don't.
Well,
No.
because I know that I've actually had that happen to me. I pulled over after getting clocked over a hill, which I should not have been clocked on a hill, but I pulled over, got my wallet out, put it on the dashboard, got, the whole thing, turned the dome lights on, rolled down all my windows, put my hands even on the outside. Guy comes up to me, he's like, "You're not wearing a seatbelt." I'm like, "Yeah, I just took it off." So you know what he did? Instead of writing me a speeding ticket, he gave me a seatbelt ticket. I'm like, "You got to be kidding me, dude. I had my seatbelt on." So he was cutting me a break, but he wrote me a ticket I didn't deserve. Anyways, the point is, this this is both same thing. But again, this guy's got so much privilege that he really
But not
literally,
white privilege.
well, privilege, yeah, whatever.
Different privilege.
Yeah, it's a different privilege, but maybe it's you, like you said, financial privilege. What you say?
That's the real privilege.
Yeah, that is a real privilege because we ain't making no money on here, right? But you know how many times I get in my feeds, I get these shows from people of color, and they're not all bad. I watch quite a few of different ones, but they're all the same thing. They're all people or families taking other people's content, playing it, and commenting about it, which is okay. But how are they getting 130,000 subscribers? It's all the same stuff. I don't get
Maybe
it.
that's what we need to start doing. We just need to start doing voiceovers on other people's comment
Well, yeah, we could
content
if we
and
wanted to
just
do
doing
that.
our own commentary.
We could if you wanted to do that. And in fact, it is kind of funny because that's why I watch them shows because I see the content. If I knew who the original content creator was, I'd go watch it on their channel. But I see some content that's really cool and I'm interested in, and then I find out it's some dude or family or people talking over it that have no better opinions than us. Obviously, their opinions can't be better than ours, right?
Well, I mean, they're at least they're doing some work. Then, I mean, if they're going out and
Sure,
scouring the
sure.
videos, they're finding the stuff you're looking for. So, I
Well,
mean, you know,
well. Let me put it to you this way. Even shout out to our buddy Johnny out there.
what's up,
Once you
Johnny?
reach once you reach a certain level, people give you content. You don't have to do any more work. You just have to do the work it takes to load it or download it or whatever
What
they're doing
wait?
and
Is
talk
Johnny
over it.
giving you content?
He sends a lot of headlines. I don't always get to use them because of time constraints and things like that. But Johnny sends us all kinds of headlines. Yeah.
Now my feelings are hurt. Okay, Johnny, you never send me anything, man.
Nope.
Come on.
Sends them
I thought we were brothers, man.
to ignore him, Johnny. All right, we're going to ignore you and we're going to ignore this episode because we're done with this. But thank you, not Nate, for joining me again. We'll see you again on other episodes, I'm sure of. And Johnny, Christina, shout outs again, and everybody who's liking, sharing, subscribing. Go ahead and do your thing. Get us up to 10 subscribers. I don't even know how many we have, but whatever. Get us up to 10 if we have to.
1 million
Yes.
subscribers.
Maybe that's what we'll do. We should start doing those. There's a lot of tricks these guys do. I just don't like. I feel like the integrity's missing when we're.
Look, hey, you got to
tricking
take
people.
off your boonie cap and put on your gimmick hat.
This is my gimmick hat. I don't have any other. Well, I do have a lot of hats. I could actually switch hats, but that's not going to be fun either unless there's a purpose. But I might even have to shave too because maybe I'm starting to look a little too rough and scruffy. I don't know, but if I shave, then you'll see my second chin. Oh, you already see it. Never mind. All right, never mind. But anyways, thanks for your like, share, subscribe. Until next time, Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.